Okay, this is Jenna's first personal training session. So we're gonna do warm up first. With the warm up, we're gonna start with a row fly. We're gonna just do 30 seconds of this. So I'm gonna have you hip hinge and you're gonna pull your elbows up and then out. And then you'll probably do it pretty fast. We'll just go up, out. This will just prepare you for any chest exercises we do. Keep going. And then what we're gonna do next is a standing twist, so you'll continue to stand up. Okay. Now we're gonna stand up and we're gonna do standing twist. So we're gonna have our feet about shoulder width apart and we're gonna just twist. Don't go too far past, just go to like 45 degrees, yeah. This will prepare us. Make sure you're embracing that core for our ab workout. Looks good. And then after this, we're going to do a Frankenstein walk, which will be kind of fun. Okay, so for our Frankenstein walks, we'll come over here and we'll just walk to one end. So opposite arm, opposite leg. It's like we're walking like we're Frankenstein. Looking good. I can stop the walk for this one, okay? And then yeah, you'll just do it back probably one more time and then we'll start back there with lunge walks. Turn around. Back. You can turn around here and we'll do lunge walks. So just lunge walking all the way down and then we'll come back and we'll do it going back the other way. Looks good. Okay, and now we're gonna do arm cross with butt kick. This is our last warm up. So we'll just go side to side, crossing our arms and touching that heel to our butt. Looks good. Now we should feel more mobile.
Perfect.
All nice and warmed up, even though it's kind of cold in the garage.
Yes.
Okay. So after this is going to be our first workout, which is going to be on the floor. It's a core workout. So I'm going to have you lay on your back here. If you want to use that as a pillow, you can. I laid out on a little earlier, it wasn't too bad. Perfect. And then bend your knees. So they're kind of like, yeah, so lay down and have your knees bent like a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
More than this? Like this?
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
So you're going to actually raise both of your legs up. So you're parallel. And what you're gonna do is do one leg out at a time, straighten it out, and try not to have your heel touch the ground, but like right above. You should really feel it in your core, and make sure you're pressing your lower back into the ground as we do this. It looks good.
I'm trying to see the camera.
You can even rest your arms by your side too if you want to, if that makes it easier to keep your back against the ground. Okay, so next is a push-up. We're gonna roll over onto our stomach, and we're gonna start our push-ups on our knees this week. I think that this is gonna be an exercise I'm gonna continue to progress throughout the next two ones. But just get down in your push-up position if your arms aren't below your shoulders. Awesome, and then put the tops of your feet on the ground. The tops of them.
Oh,
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and then continue to embrace your core and go down. Try to get your elbows at about 90 degrees if you can. And if you can, make your elbows go more in towards the ass.
I'm terrible at push-ups.
I know, I'm awful at push-ups. This is definitely going to be something that we're going to progress though, because try bringing your arms in a little bit. See if that helps.
Like that?
Yeah. I'm like actually horrible at push-ups. So
I
it's fine.
literally can't.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We're gonna progress this one. Okay, so now we're gonna stand up, and I'm gonna have you start with a squat. So just show me a regular squat. Okay, yeah, keep your chest up whenever we go down in our squat, and then I'm gonna give you these weights in a second, but just do a couple squats. just regular. Okay.
I know.
So now whenever you go down your squat, you're gonna push up. So you're gonna put them in by your chest and then, or not in by your chest, but they're gonna have your thumbs back and then they're gonna be facing together when you go down. Perfect. So do a couple of those. Do about 5 reps of those.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then whenever you go up, the weights should go like, yeah, like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So down, up, yeah. And that's definitely helping you keep your chest lifted too when you
I know. It's like really awkward.
I know.
It's
It's
like
awkward, like movement. Yeah. But you're doing a good job keeping your chest lifted. Okay. So we're gonna continue. We're gonna keep those weights, and we're gonna do a bicep curl with them. So stand with your feet probably about hip width apart, and palms facing out, and then just bicep curl up. Keep your elbows in. Looks good. We might even progress this one. I don't know if I have a heavier weight that we can use in the next week though. I did not stop the timer again. Looks good. And then next I'm going to use this. Get good enough resistance. Okay. So we can put the weights down to the side, and then we're going to do a lunge with a one-arm pull. So what you're going to do is I'm going to give you this to hold on to that. And what you're going to do is, I don't know if I'm going to have you lunge forward backwards. I think I'm going to have you lunge forward. Just try not to overstep because we tend to overstep when we lunge forward. But whenever you lunge forward, you're going to sit there and you're going to pull.
Okay.
And then you're going to, so I'm going to add some resistance to this.
Okay. So like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, my thighs are already cramping up.
So do about 5 on each leg. Are you stepping back? Yeah, we can do step back. Honestly, it's easier to make
I know,
sure.
I think it was easier.
It's easier to make sure that you don't overstep. Maybe next week we'll do like a forward one, but it's definitely easier to make sure that you don't overstep. Okay, was that enough resistance? Okay, awesome. Next we're going to do a reverse ball from our fist. Okay, we don't really need the timer. This ball needs air. So I'm gonna have you lay on your back on the mat again. And it's gonna be like a reverse crunch. So you're gonna have your arms down by your side. And you're gonna hold this in between, yeah. So you're gonna extend your feet out to the ground. Yep. And then,
bring it up.
yeah, try not to let it completely touch you. Yeah, like have it hover over the ground. And make sure you really press. Sometimes I find it easier. Try like holding onto these weights over your head because they'll help you keep your back low, like against the ground. Yeah. And it's okay if you can go all the way down. And the next one that we're going to do is a dumbbell shoulder press. So I'll have you stand up and hold those dumbbells in your hand because we're going to use those. So we're going to stand hip width apart and palms will be facing out the whole time. We're just going to go
Like
straight
this?
up. Yeah, straight up, right by your ears. Keep your arms in tight by your ears. I'm gonna see if I can't find heavier weights because I think these are only like 5 pounds.
They are.
I don't know.
But
if I
after
have
a
the
while,
ones.
like it definitely feels like they get heavier.
Yeah. I don't know if I have heavier ones upstairs. I have like these, but just like this. I can always do next week. I can do like I have like things that you can strap around your ankles, so maybe you can strap them around your wrists. Okay. So now we're gonna do a split squat with a single overhead press. So you can hold both those dumbbells in your arms. But what we're gonna do is you're gonna go into a reverse lunge, and when we go into the so you're gonna like hold it like this, and then reverse lunge.
Okay.
And then press up.
Okay.
And then back. And then so do one side at a time. Do 5 on one side and then 5 on the other.
Perfect. So like hold this one out the whole time.
Yeah, and then the other leg is the one you'll step back with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the same arm that you're pressing up with is the same arm that you're gonna step back with. I know, it's good.
I know.
You really have to like think about it.
And then
do, yeah, the other leg.
okay.
And just keep that right by your ear. And we're gonna use the weights again in the next exercise. You can keep going.
Okay.
For the lateral raise. So for our lateral raise, we're gonna do hip width apart, and we're gonna bend our knees, kind of hip hinge, but not like a full hip hinge. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna have the weights in front of us. And when we go up, I'm sure that you've seen people do lateral raises before. So our arms are gonna be slightly bent and slightly in front of us.
Okay.
And we're gonna go to about shoulder height, but they're gonna be slightly in front of us.
Okay.
Because a lot of people do it like straight to the side, but it's actually supposed to be like in front.
Like that.
Yeah, and then just do like a slight bend in your elbows. Yeah. I know, you'd feel it a lot more if you had heavy weights.
Well, my arm strength is like barely there, so.
And then you're gonna keep going with that. Just the next one to you is gonna be a hip thruster, which I'm sure you've probably done that before. And we'll progress it next week. Okay, so now we're gonna lay down on our back and we're gonna do hip thrusters. You can throw the weights on the ground, it doesn't matter. So lay down on your back and have your knees bent about 18 inches, about a foot or so from your booty. Yeah. So maybe in just a little bit more. There you go. Okay. So put your arms by your side and we're gonna use our ab muscles to raise our belly buttons to the air. Okay. Like this? Yeah. Like we're tucking that pelvis under. And you should feel that in your core.
Mm-hmm.
You press your toes into the ground, that'll help you, yeah. I think next week we might either add weights to it or we'll do a different like elevation. Because this is like an easy one to progress.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and that's going to be all of our workouts for the day. Thank you.